What's going on, everyone? We'll see if anyone wants to pop up in the chat. Not often. I kind of do some impromptu lives, but just kind of see who's all out there. All right. So, what I am working on today is I'm in the process of scratch building my dock for the mill pond. So that's just kind of more or less what I'm working on. So far no one has popped in the chat yet, but that's okay. So we'll see if anyone does. So far what I've done is I went ahead and cut 8 different posts here. These are going to be the posts to the sawmill or to the dock. And I'm just going to go ahead and kind of get the front of it glued on and just go ahead and start building the dock the way it needs to be built. And then I'll go on after that. And then, of course, I'm using the same for bracing. Standard like fishing dock probably wouldn't have near as much. But in this case, with it being more of, heavier duty, I got that. And just in case if I need any more, I've got 2 more sticks. So that's what I am going to be working on today. All right. Just to glue it together, I'm just going to be using basic wood glue. This brand here is Gorilla wood glue. And I am using my little, I don't know what you call it, but it's kind of like I got it from Micromark. It's a jig. And so that's what I'm using just to kind of keep it square. So, all right, still not seeing anyone has come in yet. And it shows I am live. So I'm going to go double check and make sure it shows that I'm live on the computer. Yeah, it shows I'm live, so no one's here yet. So make sure I made it go public. All right. Well, if I made it go public, then everyone would have saw that I went live. But oops, I guess you can't win for losing, huh? All right. Let's see if anyone decides they want to pop in here in a minute. And so on this dock, I'm just kind of eyeballing. Hey, there's James. Jello. Yeah, Jello sounds good. Container man telling me to get to work. I'm actually working right now. Container man. Hey, Randall, High Plains Drifter, welcome, welcome. And James is telling me to take a break. Oh no, no breaks allowed. Not happening. So what I'm currently working on, what's going on, Pappy? Is for the mill pond for the log rocks, I am scratch building a dock. I have no clue what I'm doing. So this is just more or less going to be interesting to see what kind of crazy concoction I come up with. But so that way y'all can see what I'm doing. This is my 90-degree jig, and these are going to be the post, and that's the front bracing of the dock. Hey, Mom. Kathy Wilson's here, so Mom's in the house. But I'm just more or less just, I don't know, I decided I want to try to go live and just see how things go. I'm not doing it from my computer. I'm actually doing it from my phone this time, so I don't have any of the cool OBS effects that I have in the past. And since my last live stream, my computer actually ended up crashing. So I would have to reinstall OBS that I haven't done and all the cool plugins and stuff I had in there. So unfortunately, none of that's working. So, but this is more or less what I am working on. Yeah. And one of the things I forgot to do before I started gluing that dude on there was Manny Fernandez got me a chopper. So this thing is handy, let me tell you. Let's see, I saw Nathan DeLay pop in. Let's see who else. Oh, y'all get to see my finger. Let's see here. Randall Ellison popped in. So what's going on, Randall? Almar, Marty M's here. I think that's everybody. I see one star. Oh, okay. So yeah, this ain't like I'm more or less like a train freak um show or anything like that I used to do. This is just me just hanging around the bench, just seeing what everybody's up to. Hey John Skookill, glad you popped in. Just wanted to see. Hope you all had a great Christmas. Mine was pretty dang good. I can't complain. Um, James is saying trackside Mike and him spent the day at Otter Valley Railroad. That's cool. That's cool, James. Actually just got back from Rail and Sprue. Oh, my date's wrong. Oh well. Can't win for losing. I'll fix that date. If you're talking about the date and the title, I'll fix it later. Ain't but yeah, like I said, I've got these little dudes here. These are my little log bronc boats, and I've got two of them. So I have to make sure that this dock is big enough to put two. And it says my chat. Okay, Pappy just messaged me. My chat is loaded. Your chat is loaded. 10 people, heck, check something. That's odd. So is it not letting people chat? It says I only have 11 people watching. My chat is loaded? Okay. I got a picture from Derail Daryl. Oh, he's working on his layout. That's cool, Daryl. Daryl probably doesn't know I'm live. Nathan, this is working, so I do see your chat. I do see where Skookhill and the High Plains Drifter are saying hi to each other. So, Pappy, I don't know what you're talking about, bud. Um, Pappy, try saying something. Say something in the chat. Maybe do a refresh F5. I just did the basic settings. So That would be odd. I mean, I see High Plains, I see Nathan, I see Schuylkill. I did see where Pappy did come in earlier. Almar, Randall Ellison saying hi to people. Container Man put up a thing saying 19 months. Okay, so I got a super chat from Container Man. How about that? Bells and whistles are overkill. Absolutely. And Pappy's saying it's all good now. So who knows who knows what's going on. But Container Man, thank you for the $5 super chat. Much appreciated on that one. So all right, so back to I hope you all had a great Christmas. Mine was pretty good. I didn't get any model trains or anything like that, but I did get a really cool book. I'm gonna grab it real quick. And so this is what I ended up getting. So me and my wife, we decided that we were going to more or less get each other 4 gifts, but it had to be to a stipulation. And so it was something that I want, something that I need, something to wear, and something to read. So, oh, Container Man, awesome. So 5 gifts out there for the first 5 who gets it. So I didn't get any train stuff to wear. I didn't get any train stuff that I needed or wanted, but I did get something train related to read. So Pappy is driving. That's cool. Rather you not chat while you're driving. So this is what my wife got me: Steam Trains, and it's a modern view of yesterday's railroads. And so the railroads that it features in this book is Spokane, Portland, and Seattle, number 700. Arkansas, there's an Arkansas short line in here called the Dardanelle and Russellville, or the DNR. The absorption of the Mopac into the Union Pacific. A railroad war in the Ozarks. So this is another Arkansas one. And this has to do with Eureka Springs, which has a really cool story behind it. Frisco, number 1522. Down along the Cotton Belt, that has to do with the Cotton Belt 819. Milwaukee Road 261, Union Pacific on the Overland, Durango and Silverton. Tough Times on the Reeder Railroad, which was another Arkansas short line. If y'all saw the movie 310 to Yuma, which starred Russell Crowe, I think it was Russell Crowe was in that one. They actually used the depot and I want to say the train from the Reeder Railroad in that movie. It wasn't filmed in Arkansas, so of course they had to, truck it wherever they filmed it at, but they did use that. Cumbres and Toltecs mentioned in here, Norfolk and Western number 1218, SP number 4449. Let's see, Cheyenne to Laramie, that's Sherman Hill, I think that's Union Pacific. Of course, UP 3985. The Photo Special, which is Mountain Thunder on the Western Maryland. More of Norfolk and Western. Movie Magic on the Arkansas-Missouri Railroad, The Making of the Biloxi Blues. And last but not least, Canadian Pacific number 2816. So 23 chapters, and I mean, it's got some good pictures. So mainly about steam. So if you're into steam locomotives, I highly recommend it. All right, enough of that. All right, so let me get back to the chat because I don't get to see much of it. I only see like a few. Did you wish you had train stuff for Christmas, Jason? So Nathan, I'm very, very particular at what I want on my layout. So it's probably for the best that I did not get anything for the layout because I am super picky. I'm probably one of the most pickiest people out there. I don't know. I think there's some others out there that might have me beat, like my good buddy John Arthur. But we're both pretty picky. So High Plains Drifter is now a channel member due to a gift from Container Man 68. So thank you, Roy, for sending that out there. So for those who don't know, just being on the passenger level of my channel, get you early access to videos. So the 5 gifts that Roy sends out today, or the 5 people that get it, there is a video that has yet to be released to the general public that you now have access to. So congratulations to the 5 of you lucky ones who get that awesome gift from Container Man. All right, so Nathan says, I don't know where the daylight that used to be the Freedom Train, I'm trying to say, is that close to you? So the Freedom Train was actually 2 different steam locomotives. It's actually a really, really cool piece of history. The Freedom Train, that it did come through Little Rock, but it did not come on the Cotton Belt line. It came on the Mopac line. But that would have been Southern Pacific 4449. That was the Freedom Train that came through Arkansas. Now, SP 4449 is currently housed in Portland, Oregon, with its original daylight colors. So we got Wigwag Workshop Stevens in the house. We got Mr. Bill B here. Ozark, Midland, and Southern is here too. So welcome, guys. But Nathan, to answer your question, that is a pretty cool locomotive. 4449. It's like I said, it's in Portland, Oregon right now. The city of Portland owns that locomotive. And from my understanding, I think it still does excursion runs from time to time. But it is no longer in the American Freedom colors. So that they repainted it back to daylight. I want to say like the year after um, it did. All right. Well, I think my glue worked. So now we have the start of a dock. So these are the posts. This is the front bracing. So I need to move that out of the way and get my chopper here and see if this is, no, it's not even going to be possible for me to try to line this up. Okay, now knowing that you're picky on what's on the layout, I'll just keep what I bought you, Jason, while I try to get done kit bashing in. That's cool. Now, I mean, I do have a display shelf too, Roy. So if you got something that you want to see on my display shelf, then I mean, you can do that. I do have one Union Pacific locomotive on my display shelf. So, all right, this is going to be tricky. This is what happens when you skip steps and you try to rush. All right, there we go. So yeah, like I said, I really don't know what I'm doing here. So in this case, we're doing what we call winging it. Yo, Curly Express is in the house. What's up, dude? All right. I think what I'm going to do on this is set, see if I can't maybe do it this way. All right, so for those that are coming in just recently, I'm actually not filming off of my computer or live off my computer. I'm doing this from my cell phone. And so I apologize if you send me a super chat like Roy did earlier and you don't get a awesome horn that says super. So, all right. And I have to pick my phone up so that way you can see what I'm doing. All right. So let's see how well that we can do this. Ooh. Okay, a little tricky here. All right, so this is the one I just built here. So now I'm fixing to take this one and glue it on there to make my other set of posts. Thomas Moore Trains. Hey, Jelly Belly. What's going on, Thomas? Yeah, we're gonna see. We're gonna see how this does because I'm curious to see how well I can do this. All right, because like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. Ray Bertelson, good evening. How is it going? My computer is fighting me today, so I will be lurking. Hey, that's cool. Model train aficionado Chris is here. Welcome, Chris. And Thomas is saying he's good. So if you say something in the chat and I end up missing it, because I can only see like 3 or 4 comments at a time, without having to scroll back, I apologize. But I'm just here hanging out with y'all, and y'all are hanging out with me, and that's what this should all be about. Just hanging out. Get some more wood glue here. I have enough. I have a Norfolk and Western Railroad spike. That's pretty cool. I've got a whole bunch of spikes, but I don't think they're anything specific. Probably Union Pacific, modern day Union Pacific. I know the railroads back in the day used to mark their spikes, but I don't think they do that anymore. Okay, last one to put some glue on. There we go. Get over there. And take you and try not to mess stuff up and set you on top. So, like I said, this has got to be one heavy duty braced dock. So, I should send you a Union Pacific Railroad spike. I do collect them. So, I don't know if these spikes have anything on there. Okay, so Bill says, Jason, I got here a little late, so I must ask, what am I building? Okay, so I have in my mill pond for the sawmill, I've got 2 of these little bitty boats. So these are called log broncs. And so the motor's up here, and of course they would have a propeller that goes straight under that would rotate 360 degrees. And these are what would push the logs up to the conveyor out of the pond. And so I have 2 of them. Haven't decided if I want to number them or maybe give them a letter or something. Sometimes what they would do is have one colored boat, a different colored boat, but both of these are green, so um, that's not going to work. So I'm probably going to either do 1 and 2 or A and B. So the dock that I'm building is for the crews to be able to get on and off those log broncs, so that way they can work the mill pond. So basically, what I'm using here is, I think this is 1/32 by 1/32, or it's 3/32 by, heck, I can't remember. It's only 30 cents for the stick here, but it looks like, I well, you can see it's too blurry. But more or less, I'm using this for the post and for the bracing. Container Man, if you had a TV in the train room, you could watch stream on the TV and then use the TV to read chat and watch what you just did because of the lag. Very possible. I got a TV sitting over there. The computer's actually on the other side of that wall. But where I'm sitting at, there's not going to be a TV ever. So I'm just kind of sitting at a makeshift workbench. I've got my bandsaw with a few other goodies right there behind me. Darby Rail Services. Yes, I am home and not at work. I don't work on Fridays. So I work Monday through Thursday. So Fridays I am off work. Now, typically, Fridays I am at one of my clients' house, doing some work there. So, would I use real sticks from my backyard for my log mill scene? Probably not, because those will eventually rot. I could probably bake them for a little while, but I've never went that far. I do have some logs and stuff up there. So the guy who actually makes these are 3D printed, by the way. So the guy who actually makes these makes logs that are cut in half for you to put in your pond, so that way they look like they're, floating, or partially submerged. Postmodern Model Words, howdy. Hope you are doing good for the end of 2023. Okay, can you see my Union Pacific Railroad spike? All right, let me go grab it. Well, let's see if I can even find them. All right, this would be it. Nothing special. Looks like WC on the head, so that could be a Wisconsin Central for all I know. Not too sure about these spikes. So, but I've got about 4 or 5 of them. Very rusty. So I'm just going to put that back down on the ground. Marcus, what's up, buddy? Nice to be off work on Fridays. Absolutely. I love it. Working on Fridays is for the birds. Okay. I need to let that dry just a little bit longer. Okay, a WHC. Okay. Yeah, see, I don't know anything about spikes. Weird, he is not seeing us. Who did I miss something? Darby, did I miss something? Um, I think spikes come pretty rusty. So actually, for those who don't know, Split Rock works for he works for Union Pacific up in the Milwaukee area, and he actually showed me a picture. He took a picture while he was driving a locomotive, and I guess he was pushing a gondola that was full of railroad spikes. And so that was actually pretty cool to see. It was none of them were rusted; they were all like stainless steel, like shiny. But it was a railroad gondola full of spikes. It was pretty crazy. All right, so Nathan is asking, what do you do for your job? If you don't mind me asking, I'm guessing you remodel houses or do yard work for grass. No, Nathan, I am a network admin for a county library system. So I take care of 4 branches in our library system, and I take care of all the computers and the server infrastructure and all of that good stuff. Darby is saying I would send him a text if I could. Okay. So, not sure. I feel like I missed something. Weird, he's not seeing us. It's okay. Hey, John, it's the time of the year. Okay. Not sure what I'm missing here. Hey, Rick, what's going on, dude? Rick from the Foltz Bailey Model Railroad. So, but yeah, in other words, my boats, they need a dock. So that's what I'm building. Scratch building is the first time I've ever attempted scratch building anything. So, did someone text me? Nope, no one texted me, so we're good there. All right, so hey Jason, can I have one of the Union Pacific Railroad spikes? I'll see what I can do, Thomas, about getting you one. Um, what I am trying to do is Pappy makes some pretty cool coffee mugs shelves, and so I'm hoping that maybe one of these days I can get him to make me one because I do have quite a few coffee mugs. And for part of his payment, see if he wants some of these railroad spikes. I know he's listening, so he's probably laughing as I'm saying that. So, all right. So I've got the two frames. So now we've got to build it this way. So styrene is so easy. Yeah, and see, so when I get ready to do my buildings and stuff, because I am working on becoming a master model railroader as well, and the buildings is one of the certs that I do plan on working on. You got to do 6 scratch built buildings, and they all can't be the same building. Um, I do plan on using a lot of styrene for the buildings and stuff, but with this being a water dock for the boats, I was thinking wood would be the best bet. All right, so I did miss something else. So you're basically a guy who programs stuff, and that's why you like Jamrock. So actually, I do not do any programming. So we call those guys code monkeys that write the code. My forte, Nathan, is actually getting 2 computers to talk to each other. And it doesn't matter if they're in the same room, the same building, different buildings within the same city, or in my case, 4 different buildings in 4 different cities within my county. So that's what I do. Okay. But yes, water dock. So that's more or less what I'm working on. All right, so now the question is how wide do I want to make this dock? Because that's going to determine how long these braces need to be. So let's see here. Probably the first thing I need to do is use the clamps that this thing gives me. All right. I don't know. What seems like a good measurement, y'all? But probably go about that wide. That wide look pretty good to y'all. I don't need it to be too wide. Like I don't need it to be wide enough that, 3 people could be, standing side by side. Joe Rader, what's up, dude? Make sure I didn't miss anything. So you would love to have a Union Pacific stainless steel railroad spike. Split Rock would be the guy to probably talk to on getting one of those. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe that wide. That might do. We'll go with it. If I don't like it, I've got an extra stick here. So I probably need to use this one first. So got a scrap piece there. I might as well just use that first. All right, so let's see here. I want to go. Oh, I did have a pencil here earlier. Let's use this dude. A little mark in it. All right. Okay. So from where am I? So Peter Nedojovic. So where am I? I am in the central United States. So welcome, Peter. Yep, I'm in Arkansas. Some people like to pronounce it Arkansas, which is not how it is pronounced. Okay, got a smaller scrap piece there. Let's see, I need 2 more of those. So we're going to use this guy here. All right. So braces are done. This back up here. Let's make sure my logs lined up pretty well. No, of course not. Uh, you should scratch build it, they said. It would be fun, they said. All right. Yeah, never Kansas. It's Arkansas. Or the letter R, a can, and then I don't have a saw on hand, but a saw. Arkansas. That's right. Tony, Star Trek. So do you have any other hobbies besides train? I like reading comments, watch My Little Pony Star Trek. Other hobbies. Probably my pets. I do like to we got chickens. So I plan on building a bigger coop eventually, when the funds line up. But of course, that's going to kind of take away from money that goes into the layout because a chicken coop is not big. But that's a hobby, I would say, because I'm not in there to kill them. They're more pets than anything, except for the eggs. The eggs are great. I thought I saw Manshed pop in here. Aaron, I can't stay, but I wanted to jump on and say hello. I got to run to the world's dangerous place known as Wally World to get more paint for the layout. I ran out in the middle of recording a video. Oh man. So Manshed is going after either spray paint or craft paint. We don't know what type. So all right, so let me flip this around and see how well it did. Okay, so those lined up. So what I ended up doing wrong is, I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this. So if I have them like this, everything mostly lines up. Yes, so warning, Jason's dogs will bark and bark and bark at you. For those who don't know, I have 2 Great Danes. So it lines up for the most part. But I think what I meant to do was this, and yeah, it don't line up that way. So, which means I am going to have to break off 2 of them and redo them. Yeah, I love my Great Danes. So now I've got 2 Great Danes, and right now we have 3 chickens. I've got 2 hens. I've got a Leghorn and a Wyandotte. And then I have 1 rooster, and that is a silver-laced Polish rooster, and he is mean as crap. He is scared of me, but he will go after Aaron and Amanda and anybody else. But he does run away from me because he knows I won't put up with this bullcrap. And for those who follow me on Facebook, you'll actually see a picture that my brother took the other day when they were here for Christmas of me holding my rooster. Um, yes, they are very, very beautiful dogs. Big old lap dogs. So kind of strange. I cut my beard, had a railroad buddy lost a bet and shaved his off too. No, I didn't lose a bet. But yeah, the beard did go away. Okay, are there any trestle bridges that you're going to add on the layout? Are there no bridges where they are? So, Nathan, there's actually a trestle bridge already on the layout. It's over at the sawmill. So the way I designed it was the mill pond is actually a creek that they dammed up or levied up, and there's a couple of overflow pipes in it. And so the trestle's actually going over a creek that's filled riprap right now. So as far as my other bridge, I will have a truss bridge. I've actually got it over here, so I'll grab it real quick. It is a Walther's double track truss, and I've got it. I've got it done. I just don't have it installed. But this is the bridge, and the track's not glued in, but you can see the track and stuff. And I've already rusted the rails, got the ties all painted. So really, the only thing I've got to do is get this installed, and we'll be good to go on that. I scored the track pieces at a train show for a really good price. Those little track pieces go for like $30 a little stick, and I got them for $10 a piece. And then here's the abutments that are going to go for those. This is one, and here's the other one. So I added some rusting on it as well. This one here actually ended up cracking. Don't know how well you can see that. So you can see it cracked, but you can only see the crack if you're looking at it this way. If you're looking at it on the layout, which would be like that, you can't see the crack. Or if I flip it over this way, you can't see the crack. So, all right, Darby is saying, sorry, I must have been in delay mode. I am still half asleep. Russ is rocking O Railroad. Hi, Jason. I almost did not recognize you with my haircut and probably the beard. The beard cut too. Yeah, I got rid of it back in August, September. And I did kind of grow it out a little bit, but I did end up trimming it again too. So I just got tired of messing with it. Having a really long beard and trying to keep it nice and neat, it's a lot of work. And I was like, after having it for a few years, I was like, yeah, it's time for it to go. So I know a lot of people don't, or it's not that they don't recognize me. It's kind of like a wow factor. All right, Steve Childers is here. He's awake from his afternoon nap. So Steve went live this morning and had a really, really nice cardigan on. I think Steve hasn't got the heat in his garage yet. But I'm glad to see you're back live, Steve. And as far as the Texarkana thing, you blame that on Robert, okay? Because he was the one who organized that. Okay, let's see how this looks now. Oh yeah, that'll work. That'll work. Okay, so for those who are coming in, what I am working on is hey, derailed Daryl, what's going on, buddy? So I got to be specific because Roy corrected me on this. I am working on a water dock for my two log broncs. There we go. My two log broncs. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. And so this is the very first time I have ever attempted a scratch building uh, project. So this is kind of interesting. Hot dog pilot Andy is here. Welcome. So, and Artie is here. Stop yelling. Some are trying to sleep in. So Artie, you were up late to begin with. I'm surprised you're already awake. It ain't even been 6 hours, maybe. I don't even think it's been that. So Thomas Moore saying he's got an Illinois Central Railroad spike from 1950. That's pretty cool. Um, so let's see here. I think I said hi to everybody in here already. So if I haven't said hi, say hi again, and I'll definitely give you a hello in the chat. So Artie was asleep for 5 hours. Well, congratulations, Artie. Yeah, Daryl had some amazing prizes. So for those who won Daryl's contest, that's pretty awesome. Okay. So this is going to be tricky. But let's see how this works. All right. Might do some tweezers on this. I'll tell you, these tweezers that I got right here in my hand are like some of the absolute best tweezers I have ever bought. They might be girly, but I will tell you, they're some of the best tweezers I have ever bought. They are Revlon, and they got these little jewel things on there. But let me tell you, for gripping, that's what's up. Hey, JD's in the house. What's up, Grandpa Rails? So I ain't complaining. If y'all want to talk about my feminine side, that's fine. But like I said, these tweezers, amazing. All right. So also for those who are coming in a little later, if I haven't mentioned to you, I'm actually live streaming from my phone, and so it's on a phone stand. So um, since the last time I had my last live stream, which was my contest, my computer ended up crashing, and I had to redo the hard drive on it. So I haven't went back and installed stuff like OBS and whatnot. So so I'm just giving you that forewarning. So some of the comments and stuff, I can only see so many at a time. Boy, this is tricky. And so what I'm working on is my water dock, and I'm putting the braces in now, and it's easier said than done. But this is the first time I've ever scratch built anything, and I've been told styrene is a whole lot easier to work with, and I will be looking forward to using some styrene in the future. But I felt like this needed to be wood. Give me just a second and I will pick up my phone and let y'all see what I've done so far. All right. So there you go. So this is looking at it upside down, actually. All right. Need to get going, Jason. Supper. So, all right, James, you have a good evening, buddy. I appreciate you stopping in and checking out, just seeing what I'm working on. And if I don't see you before the end of the week, which would be the end of the year, or just about, have a happy new year. So, how is my son doing? So, right now, I really don't know because he is at Boy Scout winter camp, and I was not staying. Only had two kids out of my troop that were going, and he was one of the two. And so they do what's called a provisional unit, which is basically scouts from several different units to make up one unit. And so the cost was not any extra on that. And I found out one of my good friends in the scouting community in my district is the provisional scoutmaster. So it just worked out great that way. And he's going up there working on some merit badges and stuff. So I know like meals and stuff, he'll be inside because they do cook for him 3 square meals a day. Um, and his classes are all inside. And the way they do winter camp, which is a little different than summer camp, is summer camp he actually gets to go and pick each individual class that he wants to go to for each day. But in this instance, they have what's called a tribe. They have several different tribes, and you only pick one tribe. And each of the tribe allows you to earn multiple merit badges that is, to that tribe. And so he's on the art. So all the different type of art merit badges or art related merit badges is the ones that he's working on. Um, so yeah, he's at winter camp. I dropped him off on Tuesday. No, Tuesday we met up with Flying Crow. Wednesday I dropped him off, and I don't pick him back up till Sunday. Um, so yeah, me and the wife are kidless for a few days. Nice thing about wood glue, it doesn't take long to dry, especially this stuff. It dries really quick. So I'm gonna give it a little bit longer. Um, as far as the decking material, I'm not sure what I really want to use. Like I said, this is supposed to be kind of a singing freedom. You're right, Artie. Pretty much. Um, I don't know what size lumber to really use for like the actual decking, but like I said, this is a supposed to be like a real sturdy, heavy duty wooden dock. Thomas Train saying, "Can you try to find me a stainless steel railroad off of Union Pacific?" I will see what I can do. All right. Next time I try to meet up with Robert down at Texarkana, we actually found quite a few there at the passenger platform. I'll see if I can't try to nab you one up. Okay. Um, so what I have, I ended up buying this. This is from Northeastern Scale Lumber. These are 2x12s. So I've got some 2x12s here. See if we can get those a little closer so that way you can see what they look like. Um, and then, ironically, 2 days after I went to the local hobby shop and bought those, um, the hobby shop he got an estate in from Kapler Lumber Company. I love Kapler. And that's what I actually use when I build my turnouts. But these are actual scale lumber. So I've got some 4x4s. I've got, what are these? 1x2s, 1x3s, 2x4s, and 1x6s. And so Yeah, I got all those right here. I'm thinking of using, I mean, since these are like 8x8s to really make this heavy duty, I'm really thinking about using the 2x12s. Because the sawmill is going to want to use something durable. They're not going to want to go out cheap. Um, you know, with that being said, but let's see how she looks so far. Might not be squared, but I think that's a good start. I don't know about y'all, but I think that's a good start. So, all right, I'm going to set that off to the side because see now what I'm going to have to do is put that up there and then figure out how long I want the walkway in. So let me grab this one here. So that way y'all understand. This is where the boats are parking up to, and then I would have another brace coming this way to go to land. Yeah, you're right. It doesn't have to be super square. The main point is to make sure that it was big enough to do two boats. That was the main point. And so it is. And I might have to trim the legs down too. So, they say it's when it comes to woodworking, it's always much easier to take off than to put on. All right, so what do we have here? Oh, Derail Daryl, $10. See a super chat. What is this? Got a rail, Jason. Happy New Year. Derail out. Thank you so much, Daryl. Much appreciated, buddy. Much appreciated. All right, so I need to go back up because I missed a couple of things. When you finish their tunnel or go out to the he's talking to Andy. Jason, do you have a diner on your layout? Where I live in Pottsville of Pennsylvania. I knew someone who met JFK with his kids at a diner, and there's evidence of it in photos. No, I don't have a diner, but I do have a donut shop. Actually, no, I do have a diner. It's a Walder's Kit. It's probably going to get renamed though. Let's see here. Anything I missed? Nope. Everybody's telling Double Barrel Daryl goodbye. So Daryl is out. But thank you so much for the super chat, bud. I greatly appreciate it. Too bad I can't give you the horn sound. If I had my layout on, I could probably do that for you. So, but then I get a whole bunch of radio chatter in the background, and that would just be annoying. So we're not doing that. But yeah, as far as like figuring out like how far I need to go back with it, I really needed to get this built first. And then set it in there just to kind of see where it's at. Curly is showing that he has been a member for 21 months. Curly's actually one of my longest tenured members. I think Roy Eltham is the longest. So I think Roy Eltham was a channel member since it began. Now, I do know some of y'all might have picked up a channel membership because Container Man gifted out 5 of them. I can't see on StreamYard who all got them, but I know he did gift out some memberships. And for those who are channel members, you would have saw that I have a video out to you early that everybody else won't get to see until Sunday. So that is one of the cool perks of being a channel member. You get to see my stuff as soon as I upload it to YouTube. You don't have to wait for it to be scheduled out. So yeah, Hot Dog Pilot Andy got one of the gifts. I know High Plains Drifter got one too. So yeah. So if you ended up getting a gift as a channel member, you thank Container Man for it. He gave out 5 of them. All right, another project I'm working on. You're gonna like this one. So this is a Bachmann GP7. I took the shell off because I actually ended up drilling out the holes for the marker lights, and I've added lights to them. So that's another little project I have been working on. And I've been using these 0402 LEDs on that. So, and it looks like you gifted 5 more. Man, Container Man is being generous today. Very, very generous. So there is a chance that more of y'all might just pick up a membership. Now, if you didn't pick up a membership, I will tell you there is a setting that you'll probably have to go and look at in your I think it's in your YouTube studio maybe, about receiving gifts, and that's how you can be gifted a channel membership. I ended up getting gifted to Boxcar Jerry not too long ago. Okay. Am I going to get any Rapido SD9s? Probably not. Cotton Belt didn't have any SD9s. I've got a Walters one, but it's just sitting on my thing. Dang, Dwight, you didn't have to do that, bud. So happy New Year. You got another New Year coming to put up with him. Hey, Dwight, just FYI, dude, I did get your box at the PO office. So it is here. I haven't opened it yet. Oh, great. Don't tell me that. Let's see here if I got it. It's still good. All right. They just announced them not too long ago. Yeah, like I said, Cotton Belt doesn't have any SD9s. Southern Pacific did, and so I doubt I get any. I really need more Cotton Belt locos than anything else. But the other thing is, I need them for my Arrow too. I don't just go and buy just to say I have it anymore. Ever since I decided to be I don't know what the right word would be, um, on making sure that I only buy, what fits my era. It's really helped me on my spending. Tickets on sale at the moment, $800 USD at Containerman 68. Okay. What type of cotton belt locomotives are you looking to find? There is a Proto 2000 GP9 out there I do not have. Proto 2000 made 3 of them. I've got 2 out of the 3. I'm still looking for the third one. And the road number on that one is 823. I've got 820 and 825. I would not mind having 823. Yeah, restrictive selection. That is definitely what I'm doing. All right. So for those who want to see me actually do this, once I get the LED in there the way I want it, I'm going to do the best I can. Without turning the camera around, I'm going to make you sick. Okay. Let's see how well I can do this. All right. So I just kind of take it and I dab it right on top. And that's all there is to it. Sounds like the wife might have just got home. So maybe I can convince her to come in here and hang out with us, huh? All right, let's see here. Yes. Okay, so what did Randall say? And it looks like they'll be at least spring 2024 before the C30-7s arrive, which is actually a good thing. Opens up the door for a possible second unit. There you go. Already, I gotta wait until 2026 to vacation in Australia. 2025 is Canada. I get 2 weeks paid vacation starting in 2025. So I see Container Man going up and hanging out with Sparky in 2025. Ian, what's going on, dude? All right. So first light is in the process of being glued in. Nothing here. And I do. Okay, so whoa. Chat just went crazy on me. All right, so Randall says it looks like one, maybe two Rapido joining the fleet in 24 in a Skeletrains Museum quality SD45X. Now those are not the SD45X. I think it was Southern Pacific had the GP40Xs. Those are pretty cool. And most likely the ones coming in. I wouldn't mind having a Jeep 40X. Those are actually pretty cool. So Lehigh River Subdivision, Ian, what's going on, dude? Let's see. I know the finger is messing with y'all. Christmas in Australia. Is it hot in Australia in December? Actually, it is. So Ian went rail fanning with the youngest. That's awesome. I went rail fanning with Robert Flying Crow on Tuesday. And we caught 2 trains. Exactly, Darby. I will tell you, I used to buy anything and everything. Like when a new locomotive came out, I would spend money on that, and it just got to the point to where I was just blowing and blowing and blowing, and yeah, I stopped that because it wasn't just the locomotives I was spending a lot of money on; it was rolling stock too. Newland Railway, good day. How's it going? So yeah, it's very, in my opinion, if you're just one of those out there that likes to run trains, then hey, that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, it kind of became a money trap thing. And hey, thank you for the super sticker. Forgot I could do that. How about that? Mom and Train, son, real fan. So Tammy and Ray, thank y'all so much for the super sticker. I really appreciate that. Um, I'm on my phone, so I can't give you the train horn like I normally would in the past. And I was telling people earlier about my computer crashing since my last live stream, and I haven't really got everything back up on it yet. So haven't really been focused on it either. So, um, but back to what I was saying on the era specific. Um, it's just one of those things for me. Like I'm not going to critique anybody and be like, well, you shouldn't have trains from, this era and that era and this era and that era all mixed in together because they never ran together. I'm not going to do that. However you want to run trains on your railroad, that is your railroad. So, okay, choo choo. There you go. So I got to give Container Man, let's see, choo choo, derail Daryl, choo choo, now Tammy, choo choo. And I got to give Container Man 2 more choo choos because he gave out gifts. So choo choo for the first one and choo choo for the second one. How about that? but but like I said, as for me, it was kind of a money issue. I was spending too much money on the trains instead of the layout. And I will tell you this, when you get into doing scenery, oh my God, does that start to get expensive. So, and I think that's my beautiful wife out here in the next room. So I'm hoping she comes in here. I hope she hears me. We'll see. All right. All right. So I think everyone gets caught up in the more trains than a layout at least once in their mind. Oh, absolutely. Especially the new people. All right. Now that Grandpa Rail said hi to her, let me go grab her. Hey. Okay, so I got her coming, but she doesn't know why. All right. That's pretty much right, Artie. She actually just got home from work. I have been off all week. So the beautiful thing about working for local government is if Christmas falls on a weekend, you still get the 2 days off. So I got Monday and Tuesday off for Christmas Eve, Christmas Day. I still get New Year's Eve and New Year's Day off too. And since New Year's Eve is on Sunday, I still have to observe it in the same year. So I get Friday off with that as well. And here she comes. Come on. Don't stop. Pull up a chair. Don't worry about what we're doing. We're live. Come on. They're in here. Don't walk away. They're all saying hi to you. Y'all, she got her hair done. Y'all should see her hair. Come here. Come here. Hey, all y'all start yelling at your screen telling her to come here, all right? See, John just said hi, Amanda. Grandpa Rail said hi, Amanda. So, come on. You ain't got nothing on you. Stop freaking out. Y'all, look at her hair. Is that not amazing? So, yeah, see, Artie's saying, come on. Nathan is saying, please come here. There is a little bit of delay in the chat. So, yep, Mom's here. So, yeah, Mom's been here for a hot minute. So, everybody's saying hi to Amanda. I decided, yeah, the party's here. Cool. Except for Junior. He's out camping. Yeah. Oh, we got something. Hold on. What was that? What was that? Nice hair, Amanda. We got a super chat from Grandpa Rails. How about that? Thank you. So, whoa, Nathan. Nathan dyed his hair purple? Oh, Nathan, you should show us your hair, dude. Yep, let's see it. Make a video of you and your hair. Okay, so I ordered scenery materials all year. Anything I can think of in the future, I'm always getting stuff. Yeah, and I mean for me, just doing the sawmill, y'all, because what I'm currently working on for those who actually really follow me, everybody loves your hair. Aww, by the way, so Tammy, Mom and Son Trains Round fan says she loves your hair. That's so sweet. So. For those who follow, have seen that I earned my first certificate through the NMRA, which is the electrical. And so the one that I'm working on right now is scenery, and I have to have 32 square feet of detailed scenery, and it's judged. And there is 125 possible points, and I have to score 87.5 points. And there's 5 different categories. I'm not going to get into details on all of that. So, but the whole sawmill area inside the balloon loop is actually 37 square feet when I did the math. So once I get that area done, that's like where my focus is right now. So Jason needs to fix his so he matches. Amanda's look good. So my hair's too short. I mean, sometimes I just shave it off so it ain't going to match. Thank you. So Ian, I did. I told her last night it looks nice, and she said, "You're acting funny." She actually got it darker than what she usually does. So she normally gets like a red and whatnot. And Nathan, I just got your text, so I will check those out after I get off this live stream. So thank you, buddy. because if I try to check it now, it's going to close the stream, and I don't want it to do that. But it used to be like a brighter red, and she went darker this time. So, you mean you're not getting red hair, Jason? I don't know if they could really color it very well. Mm-hmm. So, if I still had my beard, I'd probably have it dyed red. This ain't STX, behave. Yeah, you're right. This ain't Sidetrack Sunday. So it's not Sunday at all. This is just hanging out with the train freak, right? But anyways, but yeah, JD, thank you again for that super chat. Let me go ahead and choo for you on that one as well. Because like I said, I don't have this hooked up to my computer. Does your wife make artwork like paintings? Oh, she actually does. Y'all, she did a really good painting. So, let me see mine. So one day she actually, don't show it to him. This one's mine. So actually one day we just kind of sat around the table, me, her, and Aaron, and she went and bought some canvases from Hobby Lobby. Closest one to us is what, about 30 minutes away? Yeah, about that. 30 minutes up the interstate. So we just kind of sat around, and so she did painting, and I did a painting, and I was like, well, this is what I did. And guys, I'm not real artistic, but I don't think that looks half bad. So Wilson and Company, Wilson's our last name for y'all who don't know. Wilson Car Lines, and I did 2023 as the car number. So Kiddo not home, Amanda with hair done, and Jason acting funny. Sounds like things may be happening.
Man, they know me so well.
I know, right? So that's what I did. You know, it's not the best, but does she do trains for paintings, and what does she usually paint for pinions? And I got to admit that's pretty good and really detailed for your painting, Jason. Well, thank you, Nathan. That I just free-handed that. But basically just take a blank canvas and, just freehand draw on it, and then you just paint on top of it. Draw with pencil at first. I think she's going to be bringing a chair over here so she can sit. So, and then for those who missed, I actually did share one of the Christmas gifts you got me earlier. The book.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's the only thing you got me train worthy. Mm-hmm. So now you have to paint an HO car. Of Wilson Car Lines? Oh, no, I ain't got to do that. Hold on. Where are they
at? Oh, my God.
All right. There's two of them. I know Steve's got a whole bunch of them, too.
He makes time for me, Artie. He really does. So, yeah, we have our priorities.
Is Joe Rader still in the house? Look, there's another Wilson and a Joe Rader, Black Rock Central right there. Crooked River and Eastern popped in. I've got his car on the way out too.
You see what Artie said?
What did he say? Well, you got to read it. I can't see the screen.
I don't know if I can go back. And then my finger is in everybody's face.
Yeah, don't worry about your finger.
It's in everybody's face.
Yeah, they can deal with it.
It says,
what did I do with Dave's car?
He said, that's what I was saying. I'd be logging off if I was Jason. LOL at Steve Childers.
Oh.
He said, no kidding.
No, that's later tonight.
Yeah.
Okay, so Dave's car, since I saw Crooked River here, there's his car right there. That's over in staging. F&B Railroad, how's it going? Someone pops in, make sure you say hi.
Yeah, but this week is extra special. You guys have We do.
Yeah, I think we're going to go to the gym later.
We are. We go to the gym on Friday nights.
Go to the gym and let me position this a little bit better. There we go. Go to the gym and go get swole. Okay, do you think I should try the scenery certificate, or are my layout too out of the normal? I have some information on it. Hey, go for it. If you're an NMRA member, just talk to your division AP chair or region AP chair. Get their thoughts and opinions on it. So Heath is here. What's going on, Heath? All right, so let me get. You'll get to see my fingers. I've heard the veteran called a lot of things, but never the gym. Only if you do, Steve. Only if you do. So F&B Railroad, welcome. Zoom. I can't zoom the camera out, unfortunately, unless Heath knows how to do it. So what do you do? What is your hobbies? That's why I try to get her in the model railroad. Tammy, I need your help. Convince her into getting model railroading. All right, so yep, so that's where Dave came in. Randall's got some undecorated freight cars I'm going to eventually use for the Anime Express. That'd be cool. And yes, Joe Rader, nice car from the Black Rock Central. Absolutely. Did Container Man send another super chat? Because I'm going backwards. So Russ is saying, I did not get any train items for Christmas or gift cards. You are lucky, Jason. All I got was a book. All right, going forward. Let's see what I missed. So Heath popped in. There's Steve's comment about the gym. And let's see here. Okay, what do you and your wife do for type of exercise for the gym? And do you do the treadmill? So when we go, we actually do 5 minutes on the treadmill at first. And then we go lift weights. So we're members of what's called 10 Fitness. I have 3 different workout plans that I do, and I rotate through them. I have 2 upper bodies and 1 lower body. My upper body one is called push, and the other one's called pull. So anything that requires me to push away is on my push. Curls would be something like pull because I'm pulling it towards me. So that's what I do there. Name kind of fits though when you think about it. Steve. Oh, Steve Childers getting there. All right, so here we go. I go choo for Container Man. And then paint a red and white target. I hope you can paint a good old, because it would not be a good circle. Yeah, that's okay. Thank you. Hey, Scott, Waycross Trains is here, and we got Toyman in the house. What's going on? I think to answer this question. Yeah, we mainly do weight training. So, Jason, did you decide a name? So Cricket, we're going to kind of keep that under wraps right now. But no, we have not got that far yet. So sorry that my hand's in the way, y'all. I'm on my phone because, yeah, my computer, I don't have all my stuff up on it. Wait, Scott's saying I got 3 SCL DCC and sound locomotives with an SCL caboose. That is very cool. Seaboard Coastline. Nothing wrong with that. So Jason sounds like he's down in a fish tank in a submarine. Maybe. Who knows? Randall's talking about more of his anime train. I brought him an undecorated Atlas 5556 hopper and probably use for that. That'd be cool. And I'm trying to get caught up in the chat. I think I'm about there. What happened to the sound? Y'all, is the sound still messed up? Or did she go to the hair salon? So Amanda went to the hair salon. I shared profession with that. I have a really good friend of mine who is also a female business owner. She's amazing. She's the person. Can y'all hear Amanda very well? Yes. Russ is saying yes, the audio has degraded. I wonder if that has Wi-Fi connection, maybe. Choo-choo! Thank you. Thank you, Crooked Dave. It's hard to... Yeah, you gotta speak up. You gotta be loud. Oh gosh. Okay. So yeah, that's what Nathan is saying. Yeah, they can barely hear you. You got to speak.
Well, I don't think it's just me. I think it's you too.
Yeah.
Because he said Jason sounds like he's
Sounds like a vocoder. What is a vocoder?
better now, they said.
Okay, so it's got to be part of. I'm going to clear out some of the stuff on my phone. So probably some of the stuff trying to come in at my phone. So the mic is in and out. All right, so watch me screw up this stream.
Sounds like it's getting better, they said.
Settings, audio. Let's do that. Let's do that.
What about now?
Okay, how about now? I made some settings. Liz, what's going on?
Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year to everybody in here. Or it's not New Year yet, but we're almost there. So for those who came in late, don't hit the X. Yeah, that's right.
Mucho better. Okay.
Okay, so mucho grande. Okay, gotcha.
Helps.
Or much bigger.
No, not much bigger, much better.
But yeah, I ended up getting this. This is the only thing train related I got for Christmas. Those on my channel membership. On a, I think I opened it to everybody. Can go see the shirt that she got me. I thought it was pretty funny. Trying to speed things along. I can't believe the New Year's in a few. Yeah, it's almost here. Absolutely. Will you do me a favor? Go look right beside the blue pickup truck, and there's some logs. Guys, I did go to the hobby shop today. Yep. Yep. Yep, and the chain. So yeah, like I said, I'm just hanging out at the workbench today, working on several different projects.
Nathan, we have 2 female Great Danes.
This is Rose, and this is Jada. What are y'all doing? Yeah. Sorry, I said hello, and then the girlfriend came to visit. What did you miss? You ain't missing hardly anything on my streams. Probably Steve Childers making bedroom jokes because we're kidless for a few days. And we're talking about going to the gym.
They actually are going to the gym. Just clear.
Yeah. Okay, so one of the hobby shops had a pack of logs. I mean, these look really good. It was a pack of 6. I've already got one of them on a conveyor for the sawmill. But yeah, there you go. Different size logs. And so I went to the hobby shop today. Found this, I think this is a Ertl. Yeah, this is a Ertl. 40-foot flat card, Texas and Pacific. Build date 1928. So that definitely fits my era. And I went and got some chain from A-Line. Yeah, A-Line black chain. And these are, it's a 12-inch chain, 15 links per inch. They look Cuban. Oh yeah, I could see this one looking Cuban. This one here would be a little pathetic for Cuban.
Kids going outside.
Yeah,
Man,
Steve or something.
It's like
yeah.
they know.
I know, right?
Man.
So do you want to be strong as Arnold Schwarzenegger? No, I don't.
Are you turning around?
I don't know. I have been working on scratch building in-scale log cards. Oh, that's pretty cool. Ian, you have your kids left at the house already? Well, scratch building, this is what I started with. This is the start of my dock for my 2 log blocks. So I think 2 will fit at that dock pretty fine. But I can't really continue it until I get up there on the layout and do some more measurement. Amanda, Heath has a question for you.
Do you want Jason to grow his beard back?
You got to speak up.
I'm reading it. I was reading it. Absolutely not. I am so happy that it's gone. He looks younger, and it looks cleaner.
Cleaner.
It does. It looks cleaner. So no, I do not ever want to see his beard back.
So these are HO scale logs. I saw where that question popped in. And Curly, we're keeping that under wraps too. So the name for the sawmill has not been officially named yet. So, all right. I think I need to weather this car. So when am I growing my beard back? I really don't know, Heath. That's a good question.
Most women don't like beards. I like this. Clean cut, short.
Stubble.
I like a little bit of stubble. That is me. I think a lot of ladies would agree.
I think this might actually look pretty good. All right, I'm going to show this to y'all. Y'all tell me what you think. I mean, of course, I got to weather it first. And, of course, I got to glue the chain down, too. Y'all think that would look good for a log car? I think it will. Saw leg sawmill. Okay. I mean, that's an option.
What does it say? You better have a couch.
You better have a couch in the layout?
I know it. I get it. That's all that matters.
I've got a hammock stand. That would be interesting. No, it says HO. That would be like your redwood, or I could go this route here. Because, I mean, it came in one package, and it said HO scale logs. Unfortunately, it's from a company that is no longer in business, which stinks. All right, here's another version. Gonna have 3 smaller ones stacked like that. Papa John, Trains, what's going on? She likes trimmed bush look. Yeah.
What?
I wanted to trim my beard short again, but the long beard here freaks out the young troublemakers. They pull the heads in when you go boo at them. All right. I think what I need is water. I have water. I think the other thing I need is some type of paint thing, mixing cup or something. Paint thing. How about that? With dried paint in it. Water. And we got new comments. Okay, size of giant redwoods. Heath likes the 3 sticks. That looks better. I got her too. And Amanda is the beard is absolutely not coming back. Y'all just trying to get me in trouble, ain't y'all? Of course they are.
It looks better without it. Thank you, Dwight. I could not agree more. Maybe. Here, what? What am I taking care of?
Talking about my beard.
There's nothing to do because it's short and it's clean and it looks good, so it doesn't need maintenance. However, what you used to have was horrible.
That bad, huh?
It was horrible.
Oh, let's see here. What would be... trying to think, what would be a good color to stain the deck? I know one thing, them wheels ain't staying. I'll have to replace the wheels. I don't do plastic wheels. Group of kids running amok on the said as I shut up, looked at me, and they said, "Shut up," sat down in an instant. Even Jason knows it. Yeah, I know.
Mm-hmm. He knows it. It looks better.
I'm thinking mud. I'm thinking a good mud color would be a good color to do this deck. I don't know. I kind of think the deck needs painting first. Let's see, what other colors do I have? Got a sand color. That might look a little good to put on there. Thayer Productions. Okay, hold on. Thayer Subdivision Productions. Howdy. Welcome. All right. Jason, any shays where you live, the steam trains for you. I went to West Virginia to see those. I guess you went to Cass Scenic Railroad. Are you going to have them on your layout for the logging industry? So they did use shays in my area, but I don't have any shays. I would love to have a shay, but ironically, all the shays were narrow gauge. So I won't be able to do anything like that. And they weren't really in my railroads area, where the Ashley Dura Northern is, which used to be the Crossett Lumber Company. They had narrow gauge shays, and they would take logs to the mill pond. Let me see that green book right
so
there.
you're trying to put me to work when I just got off of work.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh,
Yeah, just the green book. No, the green book.
oh, this.
Yeah. Okay. So for those that are into the logging industry, very, very good book. And it's about all of the different railroads that Georgia Pacific owned. And you can see how thick it is. And it covers like present day almost. Russell Tedder, I knew of him. I didn't know him personally. Is a guy who wrote it. But it's literally nothing but railroads and logging. So, good book. Highly recommend it if you're wanting anything lumber related on your layout. Damn, just finished the last bit of the shortbread biscuits. Oh, that sucks. Okay, I'm thinking I'm just going to go ahead and just slap mud on this one. We're going to see what happens. Worst case, if it looks ugly, we can always go back. Split Rock, what's going on, buddy? Yeah, I think that looks a lot better already. And Carolina Foothills Railroad, good evening. And yes, so yeah. Yeah, Cass is definitely on my bucket list to go to. I think that would be a really, really cool one to do for sure. But I will tell you, out of all the railroads I've been to, so far, Coombres and Toltec takes the cake. Because, I mean, that one was an all-dayer. It's so long that you don't get to ride the train from point A to point B unless you stay the night and then ride it back the next day. Oh, okay, cool. Thanks, Randall. Oh, is that Marcus?
Oh,
Okay. Choo choo.
y'all are so awesome.
Yeah, y'all are great.
Happy New Year.
All right, had to get it off. There we go. Wow, he is lost. Who's lost? Okay, so Go Fish Office says hi to everyone. So, hello, Go Fish. I hope you are doing well as well. So I hope everyone here had a great Christmas. I think Hanukkah's still going on, and so is Kwanzaa. or whatever, winter holiday that you celebrate. I hope it was a great one. And I don't think this mud's going to do very well. I think I'm going to have to paint it because it's kind of going back gray. This has already been painted and it's already dried. So, okay, let's see here. So, are any other railroads that are close to you with shays besides Cass? Not that I know of, Nathan. Jason, have you done the Georgetown Loop, Durango and Silverton, Grand Canyon, Royal Gorge? I have done Durango and Silverton, and like I said, Cumbres and Toltec is a whole lot better. So, for those who don't know, I went to Cumbres and Toltec this year. A lot of people think it's Cumbres. No, it's actually Cumbres and Toltec. Um, I went. Me and the family went for vacation this year. It is a 64-mile train ride. There's four ways you can ride. So one end is Chama, New Mexico. The other end is Antonito, Colorado. And the halfway point is Osier, Colorado. And you can't get to Osier by road. There's no road that gets you to Osier. Um, so you can only get there by train. You can ride from Chama up to Osier and go over the Cumbres Pass. And then from Osier, you can either go back to Chama or you can go to Antonito and go see the Toltec Gorge. Or you can go from Antonito to Osier back to Antonito or Antonito to Osier to Chama. And so that's how that works. And the lunch is included. And it's also pretty awesome that they had vegan options because my wife cannot have mammal. She got bit by the tick. So she is allergic to anything that has a paw or a hoof. Maybe if I put more than enough mud on this card, I won't see the grade. Dang. I don't know why, guys. Share. It's gotta be the network. Guys, when you live out in the sticks, you don't live in the city, you don't get the best internet. So, especially when you live kind of in a semi-rural area. But like I said, Cumbres and Toltec, that is definitely the best scenic railroad I have ever been on. Yeah, it's like when it's drying, it's just kind of going back to gray. I want it like this muggy color over here. Russ, you're absolutely right. They do offer a bus ride, so that's why I was saying it's such a long trip to do the whole, when you do the whole 64 miles. And I recommend starting in Chama because then you get to experience the chugging of these steam locomotives going up a 4% grade. Um, but it's such a long trip that they have to bus you back because they don't want to run the trains at night. There is no freight on the line at all. It's just passenger. So, but it was definitely a breathtaking view. I did a video on it, and I didn't even record half of that hour and a half to 2 hour video because, like I said, it's all day, Um, it was just, like I said, it's the absolute best. All right. Let that dry, and then we'll kind of see what it looks like, and maybe put a log on top of it. All right, let me see some of the comments up here. You'll get to see my finger again. Yeah, it is great. And if you have a camper or an RV like I do, we stayed at the Rio Chama RV park, and you have access to the bridge that when it goes over the Chama River. So that's how I was able to get that rail fitting footage there. But you have to be in the RV park to get access to that. Need to do Durango in the wintertime and then drive the $1 Million Highway. Good luck. So actually, when we went to do the Durango in Silverton in 2017, I was attending a soundtrack seminar. That's how I got factory trained. And we stayed in a condo at a ski resort halfway between Durango and Silverton, and it's called Purgatory. And I think I know a good reason why they call it Purgatory. All right, let's see. Yeah, the train trip's $1 and the bus ride back is $250. Absolutely. All right. Isn't Durango at 14,000 feet? No, I don't think so. I think Silverton. Silverton's higher than Durango. I think Durango's like 9,000. But here's the thing: if you haven't rode the Durango in Silverton, the earlier part of the train ride, as you're going by the Animas River, you're up on the high line, but eventually you get down in the valley. And so for more than half of the train ride, you're in the valley. And you just can't, the only thing you're really looking at is the Animas River, because you're riding right up against it. Cumbres and Toltec, you go through a couple of tunnels. You're up high. At some points, you're up higher than the highway. So, CNCP, Great Lakes Division, welcome. And I can tell you this: those who follow Claude, Cowboy and Timberline Valley, I'm actually wearing his shirt today. He is part of Back on Track. He would actually agree that the Cumbres and Toltec does beat the Durango and Silverton. The only cool thing about Durango and Silverton is you got Soundtracks' factory right there in Durango. So, and the train ride was part of the class that we did. So, regular voice is back. Guys, I don't know why the voice goes in and out. It's got to be the internet connection. That's all I can think of. So, I just noticed your title says 2003. Yeah. I fat thumbed it. I'll fix it. Don't worry. I'll fix it. I might make Amanda go fix it real quick. I think this is starting to look a little better. I want it to, it was like really light gray when I first got it. So yeah, Silverton's at 93.08. So there you have it. I think I just need to keep adding some more mud to it. Keep adding more mud. Oh man, I got it on the brake wheel. Oh well. I'm going to rust up the brake wheel anyways. But yeah, for those who can make it out to southern Colorado, northern New Mexico, I highly recommend you put that on your bucket list. Definitely worth going to. And if you plan on doing both, I would also recommend you do the Durango and Silverton first, and then do the Cumbres and Toltec second. Otherwise, you're just going to be disappointed when you do the second one. And you definitely don't want that. As far as their steam fleet, they use the same locomotives. Um, they're mostly all Mikados. I think they do have some consolidations as well, but mostly Mikados. Let's see. It's starting to look a little better. I got to wait for that to dry. Um, but hearing the 4% on the chugging was really, really cool. The group, so the day that we went, the group that rode from Antonito to Osier, they went the backwards way. They actually got to see wild bears, and they said one actually ran out right in front of the train. So that was a little interesting. Man, I've been going on for almost 2 hours. Try not to pant through lack of oxygen. Yeah. If anyone watched the video where I helped, yeah. See if any, yeah. I want to see what y'all got to say on that one. I offered a pro tip out there. And she's back. So I will say this. When we did the Coomberas and Toltec, and you'll have to go to my second video to see this, I did not wear head protection. All I had was shades. It was a beautiful day. It was like in the 50s and the 60s. It was really nice, temperature-wise. But I did not wear sun protection. So if you want to see how bad my forehead got blistered, the next video, which is the Amarillo Railroad Museum tour, at the very beginning of it, you can see how bad this blistered up. It was bad. All right, let's see here. Steve Childers. We were staying in Southport, Colorado, where the Griswolds camped. So we started at Antonito. That's cool. Oh, Vacation. It's like one of the best movies out there. And my elbow, my forearm actually touched up on the car while it was still wet, so I'm having to go back over it with another layer. But I think this is starting to look really good, y'all. Okay. Now the trick is going to be finding another one of these cars, exact same road number, so that way I can have one with a log load on it and one with no log load. Paint's still a little wet in some areas, but I think that's going to look a little better. All right, so I always wear a hat when shade is limited. Actually, being out there on that open gondola car, Russ, 2 people lost their hats. The wind took it off their head. So I really don't know if it was a sunburn or if it was a wind burn that I got. Could have been a combination of both. All right, so y'all think the 3 logs look better? Let me move these out of the way. I'm gonna tilt my phone back down so you can see it. So y'all think that looks better? Steve, no, you crossed the state line more than 10 times. I think it's 11 or 13 times. And there's one point where someone built a fence along the state line, and you can see the state line because of the fence. All right. So this is going to be interesting. I've never used this chain before. So, anybody ever used this chain from A-Line? Has anybody ever used that stuff before? Yeah, you know the elevation. I wear a hat always at Train Mountain because of how high you are. Uh, yeah, I should have wore a hat that day. No, I think I might have wore a hat. I can't remember if I did or didn't. Um, but I do know that a lot, like two people lost their hats out on that gondola car because the wind just came and swept it off their head. So I don't even know how. Of course, the hat I had, if I did wear my hat, it's got the neck thing. So if the wind did take it, it would probably clothesline me. But yeah. So Split Rock says he uses that. What do you use to cut it to size? That's what I want to know. Because what I'm using here, this is it's 12-inch chain by A-Line, and I went with the 15 links per every inch. Yeah, at 10,015 feet, even though the station is a little bit higher, it's at 10,024. I think I have a picture where it was at 10,024. Well, this is going to be fun to try to put this chain on. In Gunnison, so I've been to Gunnison before. If anyone would be vacation in southern Colorado, there are steam locos in Gunnison and Alamosa. Alamosa is not far from Antonito, if I'm not mistaken. Dolores, Ridgeway, and Golden all have galloping geese. I think C.W. McCall did that song just right. Boy, getting the chain through this is going to be fun. Might just do it that way. Okay. Oh, let's see here. Jason, is prototype easy to do compared to prototype freelance? I am a proto freelance guy. I am not a straight prototype. Um, I think anything freelance is going to be easier, in my opinion. For me, my operations, my rolling stock, and my um, locomotives and stuff like that are prototypes or have to be prototypical. But as far as my my towns and stuff, that's all freelance. The names are not freelanced, but the uh, the industries and whatnot in some of those towns are freelanced. Man, this is tough. Man, who'd have thought trying to put chain on a rail car would be easy? Okay, that side. Now to do this side. Sorry if I'm not paying attention to the chat right now. I'm trying to get that chain on, and that's not easy. Yeah, Alamosa is North Antonio. That's what I thought. My train club president told me a few years ago that freelance is better than prototype, and probably because it's easier. I'm not going to say it's better. It just depends on what you want. Well, I think the accelerant worked. Ooh, man, that stuff. Oh, man. Ooh, wee. Wow. Yeah. Now, someone who has like a freelanced railroad is Split Rock. His is freelanced, and I like his railroad. It's pretty dang cool in my opinion. Okay. And for Split Rock's railroad, it's simple. It makes sense. No need to complicate it. Have you ever used baking soda as an accelerant for CA? No, I haven't. That's interesting. Spicy. Why is it spicy? You would have to have TikTok to understand that one. Okay. All right. So what do y'all use to cut the rail or cut the chain? I mean, that's what I'm curious to know. Because so far this is what it's looking like without my log ducks in the way. But I need to cut the rail or the chain on that side. So that'd be very helpful. So Scott's saying I would to model Waycross, Georgia during the seaboard coastline in 1970s as tracks used to be, but knowing it would be difficult to capture as a model in limited space. So that is where you have what's called selective compression. So Andy is saying track cutters. And guys, some of the things that you can do when you are running into selective compression, I mean, if you really think about it, there's no model railroad, not a single one that is that is to scale. So, yeah, TikTok will be the downfall of American youth. Absolutely, I agree with that one. But what I'm saying on like for my layout, I'm doing selective compression as well. Now, mine is a proto freelance, or I call it a proto lance layout. The operations I'm doing is actually based off of a 1958 employee timetable. The names of the towns are prototypical town names that do exist along the route. However, there is a lot of selective compression because I did not use every single town. So the part of the layout that I have built now starts at Jonesboro, Arkansas, which is my staging yard, and the next town is Wiener. There's actually several smaller communities in between those two towns. So that's one of the ways I'm doing selective compression. And then, of course, the next one's Hickory Ridge. And Hickory Ridge ain't got anything at it, but on my layout, it has an industrial complex because I wanted a switching puzzle somewhere. Excuse me. The next town is Brinkley, which has a interchange with the Rock Island, and the real town of Brinkley, my Cotton Belt Railroad that I model after, did have an interchange with the Rock Island. But I don't think I'll ever be able to scratch build the depot, even though that was a really cool depot. that the Rock Island and the Cotton Belt shared. It was pretty neat how they designed it, because it was right there on the diamond. And then, of course, where the White River is going to be Clarendon, which I'm not even going to have the town of Clarendon there. It's just going to be the train going over the river, but that's going to be known as Clarendon. Inside the Helix is going to be the north side of Stuttgart, which is where Riceland's headquarters is located. So the Riceland grain elevator that I have in Wiener is actually going to be moved to Stuttgart when I build the Valley Grow. What is it? Valley Growers elevator. It's a Walters kit. So when I build that, it will replace where Riceland is in Wiener. But like where Wiener's located, Hickory Ridge, Brinkley, Stuttgart, there's hardly any trees in those areas. It's all farmland. So if you see my backdrop, the rice fields, those are actually pictures that I took. But I took in just north of Carlisle, Arkansas, and had my guy Train Junkie who does my backdrops stitch it together. So Russ is saying good night, Jason. Everybody have to take a nap before my wife comes home from work. Yeah, you better take that nap. So all right, Russ. I appreciate you stopping in. Happy New Year to you if I don't see you before the end of the year. But yeah, thanks for popping in. Waycross Trains spotter, the guy that over me for volunteering the theme train ride, told me that Rice Yard would be too big to model and be easy to have a Rice Yard as hidden staging. It just depends. If you ask 10 different model railroaders how to do something, you're going to get 10 different answers. And I know Split Rock will agree with me on that one. And so that Riceland elevator is nice. Thank you so much. It was actually fairly easy to do. Painter's tape, spray paint, and poster letters is what I ended up using on that one. Let's see here. All right, Les, have a good night. Happy New Year to you as well. All right, so now I got to figure out how I'm going to end up cutting this. I wonder if these will do the trick. These are electrical scissors. We're going to try. We're going to see what happens. Hopefully, I don't screw this up. But knowing me, don't be surprised. All right. See if I can hold those in place. And I think I'm going to cut it just a little. Dang, that worked perfect. How about that? And dadgum, I ended up pulling out the super glue. That's no good. Okay. So I need to take that piece of chain and set it off to the side. And let's see here. We're going to try to super glue this dude back in. I don't know what happened there. So Split Rock's sprue cutters. Here's mine. Can launch parts into space. I second that. I've done that before. You launch it so far into space that you can never find it again. Bolt cutters are overkill. Okay. I don't doubt that for 1 minute. There we go. Get some stuff on there. All right, let's see if I can get that chain back down in this car. I think it's going to be a little harder for me to do on the other side. So sorry, I am not watching the chat. I'm in the process of trying to get this chain down in this square peg, and it's easier said than done. Just don't use track cutters for piano wire. Yeah, that is no joke. I've heard some horror stories about someone who did that before. Maybe if I turn it at a 45-degree angle, it might go in better. Oh, why do you keep popping out? Okay, seemed to go in there better. I spoke too soon. I think I'm just going to have to get this in there and continue to hold this chain until that accelerator. It's like now it don't even want to go down in that hole. And that's not the chain that I cut. The blades have seen better days, huh? That bad, huh? Oh, this is frustrating. Patience. See where you gotta have some patience for sure. Sometimes patience is not my strong suit. Not with this dude, anyways. First time I've ever worked with chain. So, like, this flat car's got, these. Split Rock would know the term, but the square holes that you could put the pegs in, and I'm just trying to get my chain to go inside that square hole. I might have to drill it out. Alright, I used that A-line chain to tie down an Oshkosh snowplow to a double drop trailer. I found a wire to fit inside one of the links. Okay. Well, I think I got it that time. Nope. Well, let's see if I have any wire. Oh, I believe I do. If this wire here doesn't do the trick, I don't know what will. This is a magnet wire. All right, Container Man, I am trying your method. Let's see. Let's see how she does.
No bueno. See, I got one chain hanging on there good, and I had this one on there, and as soon as I cut the other side, it popped right off. So yeah, that other one's down in there. If I could just get this chain to go in, that would be great. But it's like I don't know. Where is it? If it's super glue residue. All right. Well, and what really makes it tricky is it's like you're trying to drop something that's free swinging. It's just not want to drop. It wants to sit on top of the hole but not go down in it. That is the issue I'm running into. Like I said, in this hobby, you got to be patient. If you're not patient, then things are not going to work for you. Alright, I think I got it set in there, and I think what I'm going to do is just drop some super glue on top of it with a toothpick. And then spray some of that. I think that might have did the trick. I got two hangers. Alright, that was fun. Ooh-wee. If at first don't succeed, try. Alright, I think what I am going to have to do now to hold these dudes in place is take some of this here wire that I have, run it up under the car, tighten it to hold these logs in place. So the Amarillo video, Roy, that was actually pretty cool. The train car that I got to go in and tour.
That was as cool as heck. Um, it was part of what was called the White Train. And I did not know what the White Train was. When I took that tour there, I was like, holy crap. And I got to go inside it. That was definitely like one of the highlights of the trip. Okay. All right, here goes the fun part. Drop the chain in on the other side and hope like hell it goes in. All right. Wish me luck. Oh yeah, did Chris let you go? Yeah. Oh yeah, Chris is a great guy. He was supposed to come up, him and his wife, for the train show that was in Little Rock or Conway, the Central Arkansas train show this year, but he had a death in the family and was not able to come, and which kind of stunk, but is what it is. Boy, some of these links, I swear. But yeah, Chris is definitely an awesome guy for sure. Oh, that one went in. Sweet. Okay, let me get some super glue on that. Yeah, his wife has been sick. So he actually talked to me about that, and because we're trying to start a train club here, so I actually called him and asked him for a lot of advice on that. Which I contacted several people about it. Okay, let's take the wire off. My chain's a little loose, but okay, if I do it this way, it tightens up. So, Roy, actually, one of the things that we've been looking at is there is a vacant lot in the town that I'm close to, that I work out of, that is right beside the railroad tracks. And the city owns that vacant lot. So, Mecca Leka Ha Mecca Hana vote. What? Did I miss something? I don't know what I missed. But it is right up, like I said, it's right up against the Union Pacific Main Line. And the city owns it. So, and I'm friends with the few of the city council members. So I'm hoping what we can do is maybe either do a long-term lease with a buyout, or see if they'll just sell it to us. That's what I'm hoping for. Oh yeah, wish me luck. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think it paid off. Here we go. Oh, it's a little loose than I want, but I think what I can do is maybe put some super glue and accelerator on the chain on the logs, and I think it'll be all right. I think that will do. Any more heritage units? Like me? Did I get a heritage unit? Or have I caught a heritage unit? Or what's the question on that one, Roy? Golly, this stuff here is stout. Holy smokes. Rodney, what's going on, man? You just missed me making a log card. So I did catch a bloody nose, AC-44, not too long ago, a few weeks ago. Haven't posted any videos or anything on it, but it's just a patched Southern Pacific bloody nose. Yeah, I know, right? I did video the bloody nose. I just never posted it. You know, I never went that far. Boy, that one there finished good. This one here, not so much. So, yeah, I know that sucked. I didn't even know that unit was coming that night. And of course, it was at nighttime too. But yeah, when Roy was hanging out with me and I was taking him to all my rail fanning spots, lo and behold, UP 1982 came blazing through, and I had no clue it was coming. Most of the time, like, you know, I'm a member of heritageunits.com, and I do post when I see the locomotives come through. But nobody else does, so it's like, or nobody else in my area. Yeah, I have bright lights, but the camera does just not do well at night. It just does not do well. Okay. All right. Well, guys, it's been 2.5 hours. I cannot believe it. So I'm going to go ahead and start signing off, because I do have some plans with the wife here in a little bit. And she's going to be really mad at me if I don't partake in her plans. But I do appreciate all of those who put up a super chat or super sticker. I need the KC lights on the truck. Yeah. Yeah, the railroad crews would probably get a little pissed at me if I had that. But so Rodney is saying Sparky at 8 p.m. Eastern, so go hit up Sparky tonight. I will not be there. I will be at the gym getting my workout in at that time, because that'll be 7 o'clock my time. And so, but like I said, for those who put out super chat, super stickers, greatly appreciate it. You don't know how much it helps the channel as a whole. And then, for those, if I don't see you by the end of the year, which is only a few days away, I hope y'all have a happy new year. That's right, Artie. Jim. Wink, wink. There you go. So other than that, I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Y'all be safe out there with New Year's and whatnot. Don't go do no drinking and driving. Drink and then go ride a train. That's probably your best bet. So you try not to get public intox either, because we definitely don't want to try to bail you out of jail. So other than that, y'all be safe out there and happy railroad. Oh yeah, there it is.